Good morning, guys. It is Friday. A very large range Thursday here. Well, not very, but it's a pretty large range. You want to be careful going into the opening range today. It is Friday, coming off of this large range. And we kind of just been slowly creeping up into a premium here. And if you take your fib, right about in premium there. But really, if you want to start the real price leg that started the energetic move, you can use this price swing to that, and that would be a 62% retracement from the originated price swing. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Tomb. Good to see you guys here as always. For sure. Alright, and I'm actually going to go over, well, before I go to dollar, I'm going to go to the lower time frame quick. Let me extend this out real quick. Did not mean to do that. Gotta go fix that now. Okay, no, actually we're good. There we go. Cool. And if you guys are having any trouble with the quality of the stream, go ahead and go to settings, hit quality, and then go to advanced, and then hit the highest resolution, and it should look beautiful. Anyways, let's go to DXY like I said I would. Problematic DXY, because after midnight opening price we came up, made this London intermittent term high, clearing buy side, and then aggressively displaced lower, and then we're retracing into our premium, kind of like ES and NASDAQ right now. So I either want to see DXY continue higher or consolidate in order for ES or NASDAQ to go lower. But it may be an inside day here for dollar index. If you look at the daily time frame, you can see we got above this swing high here, wicked the whole way down to the this order block. So it may just be a consolidation daily candle here, and this green line right here will be consequent encroachment of this weekly wick, which would be a gap. Extend that out, and you see how we get above the wick and then come right down to it and hit that. We just have reached the rejection block here on the daily time frame. Let's get that perfect. I'm going to zoom in just to make sure I have it absolutely accurate. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, so rejection block right there. That black line, see how we traded up into that. I want to see how we react now that we've gotten up into that wick from yesterday and premium. If it doesn't give me any displacement, or depending on what this 9:30 opening do, that's going to set the real narrative in place here. And this could be an inside consolidation Friday like we saw last Friday. So we just have to wait and see, though. but nothing obvious as of now. So we did just hit that 9:30 opening here. Sorry, my cat just walked across my laptop. Alright, so this high here was just swept, 906 high. Let's go over to NASDAQ. That high was not able to be swept on NASDAQ. We're tracing into that inefficiency there. NASDAQ got up to this 1 hour inefficiency. Back to ES. So a little bit of mixed openings here. This high was swept. And then NASDAQ went lower, but now it's wicking aggressively up. Just cleared this sell side that's here. But yeah, definitely nothing obvious as of now. We are up into this premium inefficiency, and I don't want to see us get above this. So if we do get above this, I may have to switch my narrative here. And this is just a balanced price range, that's all that is. Let's go over to Dow Land. And pretty much the same. It's NASDAQ here. But yeah, definitely nothing in here that's telling me to jump in and buy or sell. Definitely not right now. If you're not trading right now, and which means you're not gambling, go ahead and hit that like button. And just about to the high, above this high of this inefficiency here, up into that rejection block once again. And it's not preferred, but I'd prefer to see it leave this open, but it may want to come dip up into this inefficiency here before doing anything else. So yeah, very low volatility here. Nothing obvious, that's for sure. Not yet, at least. Alright, messing up my lines here. There we go. Take a look at this volume imbalance here. This doesn't really mean anything to me right now, obviously, but just want to point out how we are persistent on that volume imbalance right there. Beautiful. So see how we've just been continuously grinding higher? Look how many times buy side has been cleared. How many times has sell side been cleared? Not once. Back to NASDAQ. Go to the daily time frame. You could see almost the midpoint of the wick here. The wick from yesterday, which is technically a gap. So we worked this wick here. You can see how we're kind of entering a little consolidation here, and it's a Friday, so you may want to be careful here. But we do have sell side below these lows here, which may not be tapped until next week, so we have to wait and see. Wait for narrative to be set in play. Looked how we worked it within this daily imbalance, though. How many times I respected the low end of that. Alright, so there we go. Displacement after sweeping this high here. Disrespect to this order block and volume imbalance. Beautiful. Oops. No, I'm not calling levels right now. I'm just marking out what I see. That's all. So it'd be interesting to see if we can keep this intermittent term high here on the NASDAQ intact. But I want to see NASDAQ really just aggressively shoot through this inefficiency here, which it hasn't done that so far, so. Alright. Disrespect to that inefficiency like I wanted to see. Beautiful. Basically, you can say that's consequent encroachment of the wick that we worked into. And then this imbalance here, so I'm okay with that. We don't have to get to the exact midpoint, but just know that we worked that wick, so that's good to see. Lots of sell side below these lows here. But yeah, nothing clean as of now. Preferably I want to get some type of 5-minute entry here on a day like this. See if it wants to leave this imbalance open here. That would work as a breakaway gap. Let's see. What's up, Sean? How you doing, Sean? 1N F3RN0 asks, is August a bad month? Mostly consolidation accumulation for futures. Typically August isn't the greatest month for trading, yeah. I would say so. August definitely is not the best month for trading. But that could change, obviously, this year. Like, it's not. There could be some years where August is okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna be shorting here. That's not a high probability short in my eyes, at least. So boom. Huge displacement. We just reached consequent encroachment of the wick here and worked the upper end of this imbalance, as well as the upper end, this order block right here, these two up close candles. Now, this is the last line of defense that I'd want to see if we can get a reaction to in terms of premium arrays. Anything past that, I don't believe we're going to go lower at all. But beautiful displacement there. Sell side was cleared here. Short-term sell side, that is. So we just hit that consequent encroachment on the daily time frame. I want to see how we react there. You see that? I'm going to take this away. And I'm going to mark out this daily imbalance here. See how we respected the low of that there? That's what I was monitoring. Oh, Inferno. Alright, that makes more sense. There we go. So below 9:30 opening. Very, very short-term sell stops taken here. And it may want to dip up into this imbalance up here, so. But yeah, definitely a tricky morning here. Nothing too high probability. I can imagine anyone who pushed the button so far either got lucky or they burned themselves pretty bad here. But yeah, in order for me, if I was to get long at all, I would need some type of discount market like how we got down here relative to this low as well. But obviously we didn't get that into this hourly imbalance. So preferably I wanted to see us dip down into here and then maybe reach for this higher imbalance. So that's what I was looking at there for the upside. But yeah, anyone pushing the button, if anyone has pushed the button at all yet, once again, they most likely got burned. If they didn't, they got lucky, and they're going to mistake that for skill when it's not, just gambling. But beautiful respect to the low, though, of this daily level. And once again, if you go to the daily time frame, you can see we're in a daily time frame consolidation right now. See that? Yes. Lower quadrant of this wick here. Technically, we do have SMT divergence on the daily time frame for NASDAQ and ES, but so yeah, I definitely wanted to end out the week to see if I can get something here and give you guys a nice trade, call out, whatever. But yeah, nothing sticking out that's obvious to me. But we'll see what that 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock hour gives us. See, this could play out, but I'm not longing that because we've already gotten to a premium, and we're in a consolidation. So yeah, no. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They'll see something that looks clean on the 1 minute and take that, but fail to realize the higher time frames and what's going on there. Once again, this long could play out. 50-50 chance. It could. But I'm not flipping a coin here. I'm looking for my specific model and my specific model only. Maybe 50-50 trades like this is your model. Cool. If you make money off that, that's great. But whenever we have this back and forth wicking on the 5 and 15 minute time frame, we've already climbed up into a premium on both the ES and NASDAQ, and we're in a daily time frame consolidation. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be looking to aggressively push the button. I am going to come over here though and wrong time frame. I'm going to come over here. We do have a breaker here from yesterday. Kind of hard to see, but it's on the 5 minute time frame. Extend that over. I think I got it. There we go. It's that candle right there. Trading up into that right now. I'm gonna take off this consequent encroachment of the wick on the daily time frame because we already hit it, so I don't need it anymore. See about the dollar index here. Nothing really going on. Just consolidating. Is it reaching for OTE on the 1 hour? Well, we are at the OTE retracement level, yes, if that's what you mean. So, reaching up into that sweet spot there, yeah. You would be correct. I thought we hit up into that, but apparently we just got to the very high of it. Not even. Bear with me here, guys. There we go. Beautiful. Can also get rid of this. This is just a rejection block from the daily time frame. We already traded up into it, so I don't need it anymore. There we go. So, Steven says we have red folder news at 10 a.m. I did not know about that, but wouldn't be surprised. Let me go check. Looks like we do. I did not see that somehow, but I'm glad I see that now. So yeah, any day we have 10 a.m. red folder news, or just whenever the red folder news is, I always wait until at least 10 minutes after that. Guys, if you're sticking with me here and you like the commentary, I guess, go ahead and hit that like button, run that up, please. If you haven't taken any trades and you're not gambling this morning, which is a good thing, go ahead and hit that like button as well. So we got above that breaker here. So yeah, we could be looking at an inside day here, or potentially it may even want this high here and then come up into this volume imbalance. So that's what I'm looking at. Got up into this imbalance. That was brought to your attention about 30 minutes ago. That's obviously, it's nothing special though. I mean, literally anyone can come up in here in front of everyone and mark levels out in both directions, and obviously one of them's gonna hit. So it's nothing special there, but I'm just letting you know that upper target was hit. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. You see how we came right at the midnight open, created this London intermittent term low, swept these lows in here, got above that, and now we're displacing higher. So once again, the 50-50 long here did play out. That doesn't matter to us though, because we're not here gambling. Maybe someone made money on this, that's fine. But it won't be me, that's for sure. So at 8 minutes until this 10 o'clock news here. About to that 79% retracement level. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we came up and swept yesterday's high. But once we do that, you can clearly see heavy manipulation throughout this week. I mean, it's just a carnival ride. Consolidation, and then we had, what was it, FOMC? I think it was FOMC. FOMC was a disaster. We climbed higher, cleared this high here, then came the whole way down, took out these lows, and then come the whole way up, and potentially even take out this high. I'm not saying that's what we're doing, but it's definitely a probability for that to happen. But just so you guys know and can see that this is obviously highly manipulated waters here. So we got above the breaker here, and we're using that as support now. Six more minutes until that what's it called? 10 a.m. red folder news. Let's go to the dollar. To me, it looks like we are consolidating in dollar, but to me, it looks like we have some downside to get to on the dollar. You see, we are trading into this breaker right here as well. Sell side cleared. Trading into this weekly level here as well as this imbalance. And then we're trading up into this breaker and imbalance after clearing buy side and displacing lower. So I want to see the dollar either consolidate or go lower. But to me, it looks like it wants to go lower. I'm not tired. That was a casual yawn. That wasn't a tired yawn. No coffee required either. I don't drink coffee. I just wake up and drink water, splash water on my face, and I'm good to go. Of course, brushing my teeth too as well. Gotta have that hygiene. Some of these traders don't have hygiene. They just get up, crust in their eyes, yellow teeth, stank pits, just get straight on their laptop, and then wonder why they're losing trades. Dude, get the hell up and take a shower or something, and then get on the charts. Can a breaker become an inversion breaker? Yeah, it can. Yes, indeed. Now, this is the last premium array I would want to see give me some type of narrative. If we get above this and use that as support, I can use that, get long, and potentially aim for these highs. But also, it's a Friday after a large range, so we can potentially just have an inside day, which means, let's go to the daily time frame, which means we wouldn't sweep this previous day's high, or previous day's low, or previous day's high. So I would say inside day is definitely a potential. So yeah, guys, we were having trouble in the middle of the stream where it would start buffering and stuff, so we are about at that point. So just let me know real quick if everything's good. You can hear me well, see everything good. If the quality is low, once again, you can it's like a YouTube thing. You can go to settings and then go to whatever the button's called, quality, and then do the highest resolution. All good? Alright, cool. Thanks. Good to hear. Two more minutes until that 10 a.m. news. Thanks, guys. 10 more minutes. Cool. Back into that breaker there, the high end of that. And simply just this 5-minute breaker here from yesterday. So this is really the reason why I'm using this breaker is because this is the breaker that really started the real move from yesterday. So like we traded lower, created the swing high, created the swing low, got above that cleared buy side, and then displaced lower below the breaker. But yeah, as far as for any type of hope for downside, I need to see aggressive wicking off after the 10 o'clock news on the 1 hour and 15-minute time frame, especially now that we're into these this order block here. These two up close candles. One more minute. And then really I'm actually going to go ahead and mark out the midpoint. Actually, that's too many lines for me, so, but just know that we're trading up into these two up close candles, which is an order block from yesterday. Alright, 10 o'clock just dropped. Let's go to ES. There's sell side below this swing low here. From those chasing this continuous climb higher. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I want to see some type of SMT perform. If not, then I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. So this is just the midpoint here, that's all that is. Going up into new highs. Same with NASDAQ. See how we treated this breaker as inversion. We got above it, respected the midpoint, and displacing higher. And let's go to Dow. So Dow looking a lot different and ugly as usual. Don't know why anyone would want to be trading the Dow, but if they're making money, it's good for them. We do have a large regular trading hour gap left behind here with lots of sell side stacked up. Same with the NASDAQ, I assume. So yeah, large regular trading hour gap here. Sell side below here. Now there is a chance that we just continuously grind higher and it doesn't give us any type of reasonable retracement. But I mean, that's okay with me. I'm not gonna put any of my live funds at risk if that's the case, and you know, we'll come back next week and trade our model. But there we go. I know it's a lot of lines. I don't like it either, but yeah, just look how many times buy side's been cleared since 8 o'clock. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Very manipulated week here. It's definitely, especially since FOMC, there's definitely been a manual intervention. Whoever's behind the markets here definitely has their hand in what's going on in price. Which means people are losing their accounts. That's what that means. Let's go to the dollar. So I said I wanted the dollar to either consolidate or go lower, and you can see obviously we went lower. And I'll see if we can maybe sweep these lows in here. Right here. So yeah, I definitely can't say that this would be a morning I would be eager to risk my live funds with. Definitely not. But once again, we do have a large regular trading hour gap, which would be yesterday's closing to today's 9:30 opening. Very slow movement after that 10 o'clock news release. So this was the 10 o'clock news release. Just this, we open here, wick up, wick off. Nothing really crazy to see here. And for ES, I want to see if we can really displace aggressively below the swing low right here. That's what I want to see. Almost the midpoint there. Let's look at this carnival ride here this week. Monday was very low probability, obviously. Tuesday was actually pretty nice. Pretty nice day there, Tuesday. Wednesday was a carnival ride shit show with lots of accounts being blown. Thursday was actually a pretty great day as well, but you see this very aggressive displacement towards this FOMC low, and then this aggressive wicking in the Asian session, and then this climb higher. So yeah, lots of manipulation this week. If we, where you at? Extend this 9:30 opening out. It's 9:30 opening. See it right at the 9:30. We aggressively displaced lower, taking out these lows here, and then we get back above the opening price, return back below it, to go into an institutional order flow entry right here, and uses that to get to this premium right here. So even though there's nothing high probability here this morning, and nothing at least for me to trade on, you can see how they utilize that 9:30 opening here this morning. And then once again, I want to see if we can really just decisively get below this swing low right here. That's what I'm looking at. Let's go down. Yeah, nothing to see here. Let's see if this low can get swept down here in DXY. See the midpoint of this wick here. You can see that. See how we act once we get to that. NASDAQ and ES, you guys are losing me this morning. I'm not trading you. You see on the 2 minute, going to that imbalance right here. So yeah, I'm hoping this 10 o'clock hour here gives us something here. I want to end the week on a good note, but I mean, it's already been a pretty good week for me, I will say. But it's always nice to end a Friday off with a good stream. I'm gonna actually, since this price action isn't too interesting, I'm gonna check out the economic calendar for next week. Okay, probably won't be trading Monday there. We'll see though. Red folder news at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Okay. Actually, I did just realize that tomorrow will be non-farm payroll. It'll be the first Friday of the month, so definitely be careful Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday. Actually, Monday and Tuesday may actually be alright, but red photo news every day actually, except for Monday. And then non-farm payroll this Friday at 8:30 a.m. We'll see what that goes on with that. Definitely lots of landmines placed next week, so there may be heavy manipulation. going into next week, so keep that in mind. By the way, I'm not ending the stream. I'm just very uninterested with this price action right now, so I'm just looking at next week's economic calendar out of boredom. Let's go back to ES. Swept these clean highs here, just about at the midpoint of this imbalance. Definitely looks like the averages are running out of steam here, but that's not the type of trader I am. I don't go off of observations like that. I go off of if I see my model or not. But let's go back to the dollar. Alright, reached the consequent crush for that wick there that I outlined. Rejection block, extend that out, hit that. And now you want to see if we sweep this low. Technically, if you look here, the real liquidity isn't technically below this low. The real liquidity technically is around its original low. Straight out of core content here. So the original low is what still holds the real liquidity. And this wick here, you see this low has more body than this low, obviously. So we just swept this low once more, the original low. So yeah, once we sweep this low on the dollar, that'll give me narrative. Well, I'm going to see if it gives me a narrative after it sweeps this low on the dollar. Are you guys bored yet? I'm sorry, but my type of streams, I'm not a gambler, so it's not always going to be euphoric, entertaining gambler streams. It's going to sometimes be very boring like this, which trading can be. At the end of the day, I'm sitting at a desk on a computer working. That's really technically no different than being at a 9 to 5 right now, at a desk, on a laptop, bored out of your mind. But the only difference is I don't have a boss breathing down my neck, so I guess that's nice. Inferno, I honestly, I always want to have music in my stream, but every time I do it, YouTube, whatever the hell it's called, a strike or something. It'll have it's copyrighted music. Yeah, it's so stupid, but whatever. So these last two streams, yesterday's stream and today's stream, can show you how vastly different trading days can be. Yesterday was an amazing stream. We got in, got out, perfect model performed for us. Beautiful returns. This morning, low probability, nothing really to enter on. And I don't know what just happened there, but there we go. We're back into the previous day's regular trading hour gap here. Yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what music you guys listen to. Let me know. I listen to hip hop, R&B with a little bit of pop. And I think Michael Jackson is the greatest artist of all time. So, there you go. There's my take on music. Just gonna keep flipping back and forth. See the consolidation now? Now, this is, I guess stuff I wouldn't normally mention, but so be it. Once you get to the 79% retracement level, and it kind of stutters there, and you get a consolidation, you want to see it displace out of that consolidation. If it doesn't do that, interest is killed. It's probably going to keep grinding higher. So that's the only narrative I have in play right here. Everything that happens around the 79% retracement level is what's gonna navigate the rest of my morning here. Gangster rap made me do it. Yes, sir. Sounds cool, but some chill music type for trading makes sense. Yeah. Yes, it does. Trading can be stressful sometimes, but that's what comes with it. Just for a little bit, I'm gonna open up the public chat here. There we go. Boom. Alright, meaningful displacement there out of the 79% retracement level. Like I said, that's what I wanted to see, of course. Beautiful. Almost beautiful, not beautiful yet, but I said beautiful too early. So I'm going to be looking to trade ES here. If I trade at all, but... You are a full-time trader? Well, I'm here live streaming me trading every single morning. But no, yes, yeah, I'm a full-time trader. Anyways, Rome says enjoying the stream. Will probably join member after next paycheck. Well, Rome, glad to have you here. I appreciate that you're enjoying the stream. What's your A+ strategy? Breaker block? I do love breaker setups, but it's not my favorite setup. I do have a video that shows my favorite setup. I forget which one it is, but I think that, yeah, that'd be my video titled ICT Mentorship 2023 episode 1. The quality isn't the greatest on that video, honestly, but lots of value in it for sure. What's up, bro? Jared says, what's up, bro? Just want to say I appreciate you, everything you've done for my learning and growth in my own personal account. We'll be joining private membership. Well, Jared, you just made my morning a lot better. I appreciate the kind words there, and I'm glad I could help you out. Meaningful displacement off of that optimal trade entry level. Just what I wanted to see. I'm going to go ahead and use the closing price here from yesterday to the opening. Mark out the midpoint. There we are. And so this thick black line would be my terminus if I take a trade at all. I'm not saying I am. Short-term lows taken out here from those chasing price higher. I like this here on the NASDAQ. And if it dips up into here, I believe I can go short with just one contract. That's it. I'm not risking any more than one contract. But I would need to see it find some type of resistance here quickly. Let's go to the 2 minute. So yeah, I don't like how it just hung around in there, so I'm not going to go short there. Because there's a chance it can come up and wick up into here. Reusing this imbalance here. I want to see how we act once we get to that. The short-term low is just swept as well. Keep that in mind. Thoughts on trading crypto? I've personally never traded crypto or ever put a open position on it. So yeah, I'm not looking to get short anymore. You can see that aggressive. Well, I still could be, but I need to see that this isn't enough for me to want to get short. So, and NASDAQ may want to sweep this high here because it is a little clean, a little too clean, just a little bit too clean. So we might have some type of SMT divergence here is what I would want to see. Anything past that, it's probably going to cap my morning here, unfortunately. But yeah, I do not like crypto. I hate crypto, actually. I know people that love it, but it's not for me. I think it's pretty obvious what they were doing with crypto. Growing a large crowd and sentiment and interest, open interest in wanting to buy into that horseshit, and then surprise, surprise, the prices plummeted and a lot of people lost a lot of money, and they were like, damn, this is a scam. Why did I ever invest in crypto? Well, once anything related to the trading, crypto, anything, once it hits the news, or it gets as popular as crypto did get in around, 2020, 2021, as soon as it gets that popular, you're fucked. It's done. They're gonna drive the prices lower. I want to see if we can lay a body in this volume imbalance right here. So I want to see if we can get some type of SMT divergence here once again. If we don't get that, then that will end my morning here. And see if we respect this imbalance right here. If not, then I believe that ends the morning here. But nonetheless, I do like how they came up and took out these 3 most recent short-term lows here. Probably took out people who were aggressively trailing their stop losses higher. So yeah, once again, I don't see this too clean of a high being swept. I'm into Bitcoin because I was telling people about it at like $750. Well, shit. You must have made a lot of money off of Bitcoin then, damn. But me personally, I'm not fucking with it. I don't like crypto at all. They clearly used it to their advantage to make a lot of money off of vulnerable and poor people, which is typical of the U.S. and just the world in general. But it's very sad. Did I watch that video yesterday? Shit. I actually didn't get a chance to watch it, but I believe I'm gonna get some organic assorted nuts here. Pause. And I'm gonna go ahead and watch that video. If you guys didn't know, I went on a little rant yesterday's live stream. I thought it was pretty good, but anyways, Jonathan, I'll let you know what I think then once I do watch it. But I guarantee you, whatever I see in there, I'm most likely not going to be surprised. So, Alright, so that's how I was swept there. A little bit too clean. See that? How they just left it smooth like that. So I'm not surprised if we just swept that. Look on the 15-minute time frame how we got above the breaker and see how we worked within that inversely. Let's go to the 5-minute. See that? Alright, now what time is it? 10:36. SMT, yes, you're correct. That's what I wanted to see, but that doesn't mean anything to me quite yet. I do like how we're displacing off now, though. However, I do like that SMT divergence, though. And if it does want to go lower, I want to see it, obviously. Completely disregard this imbalance and just rush through it. That would be ideal, at least. And let me go to the dollar. I don't think that low is quite swept. Just got right down to it. But we did sweep that original low. But yeah, I don't like how we just came down and left these intact. That's for sure. Looks like DXY may want to retrace into this imbalance though, however. I like how we wicked off the midpoint of this wick as well. So I think we have some upside for the dollar. I want to see this imbalance here be left open because it's within this one, so that would technically be a balance price range. If it does come up into it, I just want to see it get ever so slightly into the bottom of it and aggressively wick off of that. But as for now, I need aggressive displacement below the swing low. Anything else, I'm not interested. And if we are witnessing a reversal, the beginning of a reversal here, my main terminus is going to be at this bold, I hate when that happens, sorry guys, this bold black line right here. And then we have sell side below this low right here, and this imbalance. So that's what I'll be looking at for the downside. And yeah, we do have SMT divergence. That doesn't mean anything to me yet, though. I never trade solely just based on SMT. It's just like another, oh, well, yeah, that's another confluence there. Yeah, like that type of thing. It is a great tool, though. That's for sure. I'm going to go to Dow just very quickly. Okay, Dow 3 drives higher. Once again, I need to see us get below the swing low because on a day like this, I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to consequent and closer to this wick and then came back up. I like how it overlapped this candle though. I need to see it go lower after it does that though. So in other words, this would be the breakaway gap, and then it's overlapping these candles here to make it efficient for it to then go lower. So that's what I'm looking at there. So yeah, if you go back and see, there's a reason why I didn't short this. Obviously, in hindsight, I can come back and say this, but I didn't short this because I saw the clean highs, and I knew one of them going to be swept on either NASDAQ or ES. But which one's going to be swept? You don't know. It happened to be the NASDAQ and not the ES, obviously, but yeah. Simply just waiting for the S&T to be placed, which we got that here. But then I also said I need to see us displaced below the swing lower here. If it doesn't do that, then I'm not interested, because it can come down, work this wick, and then trade higher. Which is what it's doing right now. If it comes into this imbalance, I just need to see the very low portion of it once again and aggressively wick off. Anything else, that actually is going to cap my morning, because yeah, I wouldn't be looking for anything else. Just trade it back into this balanced price range, or what should act as a balanced price range, which would be this. See how we wicked off 4 times now? Closed a little bit above this imbalance, but I like how we laid bodies over that and left this one open here. Great to see. Like how we came up and tapped the low of this imbalance as well. Now, the only other thing I demand out of price action is to get below the swing low and give me either an order block or inefficiency to enter on. Nothing else needs to be said there. If you guys could, please go and hit that. I don't know why I said please. I don't really care about likes that much, but if you guys will, it'd be appreciated if you hit that like button there. It'll encourage me to keep doing these streams here for you guys and allow you to make money while I'm doing the same. Alright, 1 like, I'll take it. I'll take that. I'm cool with that. See how it's kind of hesitating at this wick here? That's why I would need to see it get below the swing low here. Not quite the midpoint, but the lower quadrant of it. So if you take the midpoint of the midpoint, you can see that 25% lower quadrant. You see how the body's all closed right there. So that's why I need to see it get below this low. So yeah, the day hasn't ended yet, but what did I say at the beginning of the stream? There's a good chance that today will be an inside day. Meaning, yesterday, this daily candle here, which is Thursday, obviously, there's a good chance that neither the previous day low or high will be swept. So that would be considered an inside day, where a lot of traders would get chopped up. Donate those likes. Yeah, do that. Appreciate you guys for hitting that like button. Very much appreciated. Don't want to see it. Yep. Yes, sir, Duke. Duke gets the memo. I don't know if you guys do, but clearly Duke does. ES to 4600. I believe we're already there, so alright, almost getting below that low. It's been a while, but if you take the swing point, see we're still in a deeper premium. Alright, we're below that swing low. Now I just need either an order block or an inefficiency, and that'll complete my model. And then we just submit and apply risk management. And it may just run to my targets that I want to see and not even give me an entry. We'll just have to wait and see. But even if I don't get any entry, or you guys can clearly see everything I was outlining and anticipating a potential reversal point. Obviously it's very short term right now, but you guys saw the narrative I laid out. And I actually gave a pretty amazing gem. Not sure if you guys caught it. Maybe I shouldn't repeat it, but no. A lot of guys definitely charge for that shit, but anyway. Once we get to a significant optimal trade entry level, so the 79% retracement level, once we get to that, and you get a consolidation like this, you want to see it aggressively displace out of the consolidation off of that 79% retracement level. And then that'll set the stage for a reversal. But so far it hasn't given me anything to enter on, so this doesn't matter too much. And in terms of displacement, I don't need it to close below the swing low. If I have proper higher time frame narrative and everything else is laid out, I don't need it to close below the swing low. Obviously it didn't close below it, and we're now trading higher, so nothing to enter on here. At least not yet. But if price were to come up and, like, say, get to this imbalance or this high, then that'll end the morning here for me, and I'm not going to be willing to risk any live funds here. So I don't want it to get to this imbalance once again. I want that to be left open. We're almost to that second AM session macro. Let's check the 5 minute. Frick. Didn't even realize I had the cap, the water bottle cap in my mouth just now, but working in that previous 15-minute candles wick about the consequent encroachment of that. So now that we're reaching this imbalance, that kind of kills the interest for me, unless this macro really does something wild, which we just entered that macro now. So now that we're in here, I need this to act as a balanced price range, and you can see this inefficiency here. We got the very low of that, so I need that to be held right now. And if it's not, then that kills my interest for a potential reversal. Okay, so I like how we're initially wicking off there. Very short-term wick off, but... See, even if it trades through it now, you can see the initial precision, how it just gets to the very low of that balance price range and respects it initially. What broker do I use? Listen, every single broker out there has their flaws, and they all kind of suck in their own way, honestly. To kind of just pick your poison type of thing. So, just use any broker that's legit and is not a scam, and you'll be good. But Commandment, Tradovate, you say? Yeah, Tradovate. I heard there's issues with it. I haven't had any issues yet, so yeah, I'm all good over here. Alright, should probably put it back on members only mode. There we go. So yeah, in order for me to still anticipate this as a reversal, I can't have any body closures happen within this balance price range here. I like what I'm seeing from NASDAQ though. We got back to this 15-minute imbalance high. I'm wicking off of that. And then we have these equal lows set in place. So I like what I'm seeing from NASDAQ, just not ES yet. I like how we respected this balance price range. Now I just need to see us disregarding this imbalance here. What a morning. So the ideal scenario for NASDAQ is to get below this blue shaded area. Excuse me. Get below this blue shaded area and treat it as resistance once it gets below it. So this would be like, let's go back, this breaker from over here from yesterday. Alright, boom. I like how we just traded right through that imbalance. Didn't even consider it. I love that. Now I need to see it dig through this down close candle, which would be an order block, and potentially turn into a breaker here, and then give us a there we go. This would be a mitigation block on the NASDAQ because this high wasn't taken out. Come on, just place below that down close candle there. Come on, now you can do it. And then, what was this black line? I think it was the wick from yesterday. Yeah, the midpoint of the wick there. Oh wait, no. Sorry. That was that Sibby low there. NASDAQ sure dug through this entire down close candle here, so that's good to see. I hate having all these levels here, but I need them. I simply need them to continue my narrative. If I could have a blank chart, I would, but sorry, I'm not that skilled to remember exact price points. Someone was just beeping outside of my house. Don't know who it is, but hopefully he goes away. So I'm not shorting this imbalance here because we didn't dig through this down close candle. We respected the opening. But NASDAQ is actually looking pretty good though, but I'm not trading the NASDAQ, I'm trading ES. Very clean lows right here. I'm anticipating these to be swept very shortly here. So yeah, see how we're just trading right this imbalance here after respecting this order block? I don't like that. Notice I'm trying to frame a narrative here and trying to find my model. I'm not forcing an entry. If what I see, that if I don't see things that all come together and make up a high probability entry, I'm not going to take the trade. It's simple as that. We're entering a consolidation here, so we may not get any type of run until lunchtime. They're just engineering liquidity for a dump later. Well, yeah, that's definitely a possibility, but you got to remember that it's a Friday after this very large range Thursday. So it may not do any of that. It may just consolidate and then do the work that it wants to do next week. So always got to keep day of week in mind, that's for sure. So yeah, I think that's going to kill my interest here, but I'm going to hang around for a little bit because a lot of times I'll end streams whenever my interest is killed and then come back to lunchtime and I am able to trade the lunch macro, and I already ended my stream though. That happened like twice the other week, I believe. So yeah, it looks like it's going to sweep these highs up here, obviously. Sweep these highs up here. Clean lows down here, though, as well. But like I said, this Friday, they may just go into consolidation here. So my live streams are all about finding the highest probability setups, not entering. Absolutely demanding 1,000% every single time that price gives you everything that makes up a high probability trade setup. And if we don't get that, we're not gambling. We're not itching for that next high, that next hit bump of that good feeling you get when you win a trade. We're not chasing that feeling all the time. It's not always like that as a trader. you just won't get your model. And at the end of the day, these markets don't owe us shit. We are just simple retail participants. Despite what a lot of fellow ICT traders will say, they think that they're smart money algo traders and they're above the market. I'm sorry, but if you think that's true, that's pretty laughable. I mean, just look at the government. Shit, look how much control they have over money, the power they have. I mean, come on now. You really think... Yeah, some people are just too gullible, honestly. But absolutely, if you have a legit model that you've carved out, it could be anything. It really doesn't matter as long as it's a real professional model and not some like Renko horseshit. I don't know. But anyway, if you have the psychology and risk management, absolutely, yeah, you'll be making money. But we're all retail traders, every single one of us. I don't give a fuck what you trade. You're not smart money. You're not an algo trader. I'm not. I'm none of that. I'm just a guy that knows how to carve ends meet out of the market here. And keeping in mind that the markets don't owe me anything, and I'm blessed to even be able to make anything out of this market, so I'm very grateful. But anyways, just had to get that out of the way because, dude, I don't know. Most of you guys probably see all the shit on Twitter, all the toxicity, like how the ICT traders. Well, I'm an ICT trader as well, but they'll like bash other people, and they're literally making money, if not making more money than the quote unquote smart money traders. And it's because they have proper discipline, psychology, and risk management. That's all it is. So yeah, I'm sorry if that makes you angry, but it really shouldn't, because, I mean, if you were that gullible in the first place, I don't even know if trading's for you. But, I mean, you don't need to be a smart money, algo, you beat the market type thing to be profitable. So, I wouldn't understand why that would make you angry. But yeah, in conclusion, we are all retail traders. I'm sorry, but it's true. So I'm going to be monitoring that lunch macro to see if it utilizes that. If not, I believe we're just going to consolidate into the close, and then the real work will be completed going into next week. Just because you can trade every day doesn't mean you should, right? I used to not get that concept, but I definitely do now. That's for sure. But yeah, I really hope I don't end this stream and then I get a nice lunch macro setup, because I like to catch all my setups within the live stream. So so yeah, fuck it. I think I'm just gonna hang around till 12 here, so I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. So while we have time distortion here, you guys can just guess we could talk about anything here. If you guys want, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not ending the stream this time. I'm not doing it this time. It's tempting. It's very tempting to just close my laptop here and just end the week like that, because it's already been a profitable week anyway, so I really don't even need to hang around. But there's been 4 instances in the last 2 weeks, maybe 5 actually, where I ended the stream around this time, around that 11 o'clock hour, and we had consolidation, and then 30 minutes after I end the stream, a beautiful lunch macro performs, and I catch the setup, but I wasn't able to catch it live in front of everyone else and allow them to catch it too. So, yeah, not happening this time. I'm staying for a little bit. So I want to see it give a more meaningful sweep above this high here. And then NASDAQ, I really don't even want this high to be swept on NASDAQ, honestly, because you can see the very decisive sweep on buy stops here. Damn it. see what took place here. Alright, so this high is decisively swept, like I said. Cool. Got above this balanced price range and respected it as support. Whoops. We're now on the high end of that imbalance. Oh, here we go with this shit again. Always getting calls during my stream. Sorry about that. Alright, so if we get above this inefficiency here and use that as support, not too sure we're gonna be getting that reversal we want, not until next week at least. And it may just continuously grind higher into the close. So, see how we just climbed higher above that high. So yeah, it might be one of those days where it just does that. I believe we just got above this high as well. Yeah, we did. Let's see if I got that right. There we go. So we just swept yesterday's lunch high. So yeah, it might just continuously grind higher towards this high and then consolidate into the close. We may not get that retracement we were looking for initially. Or reversal, sorry, not retracement. So it's not, more times than not this doesn't happen, but I've definitely seen many days where you don't get that retracement or reversal you're looking for. Just continuously grinds higher. Not the days we like, obviously, but you know, it's part of trading. They happen. So if we get above this inefficiency, use it as support. It may want to come sweep these highs as well. Or once again, just, you know, grind higher, consolidate into the close, and then we'll open up. Who knows where we'll open on Sunday. But then based on that, I'll be able to form a narrative into Monday. But yeah, keep in mind, guys, it is Friday after a large range day, so I'm not too surprised by this. We just respected that upper quadrant here of that imbalance, and now we're trading higher. So looks like NASDAQ may, after all, want to get up into this volume imbalance. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let's get you down there. There we go. So these two black lines will be that volume imbalance. So yeah, I don't believe we're going to be getting that reversal here today, guys. It's going to be one of those days. So next draw is going to be this volume imbalance up here. If we're able to get to that at all, that is. But and then this high right here. I'm sorry, Doc. I have no idea what YHOD is. So yeah, definitely no reversal is going to be taking place here. That's for sure after seeing this price action. Delete this. So I believe what I laid out is going to be the next draws. So if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that wick completely closed in right here. Well, almost completely. Yes, we've reached about the midpoint of that wick. Oh, yesterday hive day. Okay, I got you. I just never saw yod before. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be taking any trades today. Obviously, I said I don't think we're going to be having a reversal here. We're just going to continuously grind higher into the close. But simply not a part of my model too long when we have a very wide regular trading hour gap. And we've already reached deep premium. So it's not my model. Also, it's not even the optimal time of day where I would look for my model anyways, so looks like this will just be a tape reading Friday. But buy side was already cleared. You see how we grinded way above it. Got to yesterday's lunch high and completely filled in this imbalance, and then slowly went higher off of that. Same with same with the ES, except we got to that upper quadrant of this imbalance and then respected that upper quadrant with this 1 minute imbalance, and then you can see we're obviously going higher off of that. So once again, the next draw is going to be this lunch high for ES. And then NASDAQ, previous day's high. And then above that, if it loads, there we go. this volume imbalance. This volume imbalance, and then this high right here as well. So if we run this back, you can see, whoops, these highs are equal. Man, I don't know what's going on. My voice is giving out. Duke, I wouldn't say entry. There's definitely no high probability entries, that's for sure. Definitely, I would definitely say no high probability entries performed today, except for if you were trading the London session. I'm sure there was a good entry up down there. So London session traders had a good day. New York session traders, I'm pretty sure they got swiftly, or they got chopped up, whatever the word you want to use. Just got above that 1 hour imbalance as well. So kind of just one of those days where you just have to sit and watch price unfold, and unless you're a gambler, you're not gonna put any live funds at risk, that's for sure. Because I mean, at this point, if you're longing, you're obviously just chasing price. We're already in a deep premium. But maybe around that lunch macro we'll get so those getting excited off this move will get taken out, obviously. But ideally I'd want to see maybe like a drop down into these 5-minute imbalances and then respect the high end of this 15-minute imbalance. Just a quick question, if price, Mike says, quick question, if price closes a candle inside fair value gap, and the next candle will close below this fair value gap, means fair value gap rejected? I'm not sure if I get, hold on. So if a candle closes inside the fair value gap, yeah, I guess so, yeah. That's what, yeah. That would be, yeah. So yeah, what I said did come to fruition. It's one of those days where price just continuously grinds higher. No reasonable retracement offered. So, alright, so looks like we are going to drop down to this 5-minute imbalance, which was preferred, of course. Yeah, for some reason my voice is cutting out a little bit here. So I have a cleaner draw for NASDAQ, which would be this volume imbalance here with these equal highs. But definitely a highly manipulated market these past 3 days, that's for sure. See, buy side aggressively cleared up here yesterday, and this huge drop down, displacement drop down below the lows, and then we're coming the whole way back up, just about at the high here on NASDAQ. Bumping up into that hourly order block. So yeah, I still don't think I want to risk any live funds here today, even though I believe we're gonna at least on NASDAQ come up for that high. So ES may not sweep the high and NASDAQ may. And that would keep the S&P divergence intact, but other than that, that was not a tired yawn. Trading up off of this 5-minute imbalance right now. Also just traded up into this hourly order block. So yeah, I'm just reading on the day like this. All I'm gonna do is just read through the tape. I'm not risking my live funds when I don't need to. See how we respected that imbalance there. Everything else is, you know, wicking back and forth and cleanly efficient. So you see that. Yeah, Inferno and I-786. That makes me happy to hear that. Helping you guys out with this tape reading here. Thanks for the comments there. But I mean, talking in hindsight 2020 here, if you really just wanted to just risk your life funds, you just couldn't hold the urge in, you just really wanted to take a trade and you couldn't help yourself because it's the last trading day that's ever going to take place. This wouldn't have been a terrible long, even though we have these clean lows down here. So I said I didn't want us to get up to this imbalance here, or this balance price range, because there's no need to if it's going to go lower. See, not only does it displace or get back up to it, it gets above it, consolidates, respects it once, and then once it drops down to it again, I would say you can go long there, and then maybe even just exit at this order block right here, this 1 hour order block. But for me, I'm cool on the sidelines. I don't need to take I don't need to be in every single move to be profitable. Also, another thing, it wasn't really the optimal time of day. So, that too. Alright, we'll just utilize this 5-minute imbalance here. Got above this high. I'm going to take this off. So this will be like our breakaway gap here then, if it leaves that intact, which is will act as rocket fuel for it to continue higher. That's what a breakaway gap does. Same thing on NASDAQ. Once again, I want to see if we can get up to that volume imbalance. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Everything playing out as I'm expecting. I'm just, once again, not willing to put my live funds into it. I'm okay with just watching it go. Sometimes you just gotta let the girl go. So until we get to the levels I've marked out here, I will continue the stream. Once we hit those levels, I will end the stream, close my laptop, and go hit the gym. Beautiful day to not risk any live funds. Mike, no. No, sir. I'm not looking for any trade executions here. Very deep premium we are in. See how it's not leaving anything behind, just wicking back and forth, closing in every previous gap. What a day. So it wasn't the inside day I mentioned that happens sometimes on Fridays, but it was those days I mentioned that continuously grind higher and don't offer any reasonable retracement or reversal. We had a potential reversal forming here, but nothing high probability came to us, and we didn't take the trade. And since we don't act on impulse or gamble, you can see that we didn't lose any money. 0 executions taken today. Zero. And I'm proud. But yeah, the reason why I don't long when we're already been going higher for a while and we're in deep premium is at any given moment, yeah, it'll keep going up. Oh, look, I hopped on the train. I'm in it. At any given moment, it can just slam down quick and take out short-term lows from those who are buying. So we just traded into this order block here. Messing up my lines here. Damn it. Come on, shift button. Thank you. There we go. So I wouldn't be surprised if they rammed it down quick and took out this short-term low. Not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Sneaky little market makers. Two minutes until that lunch macro. See what we get off of that. Just trade below this order block here. And it looks like they may want to sweep this short-term low for anyone that was chasing price higher. Nasdaq breaking into new highs. I believe ES will do the same. This one candle is an order block. So, see how we retraced into that and this volume imbalance. So, if you take this entire down close candle, boom, go down to the 1 minute, and voila, these 3 down close candles makes up that one order block, and you see how we're respecting that so far. Yeah, still grinding towards that buy side and volume imbalance up here. We are also within that lunch macro now. So I believe they will utilize this macro and this lunch macro and come up and sweep that buy side, especially on NASDAQ. Now, especially on a Friday, I wouldn't even be surprised if they didn't sweep the buy side on ES today, and they kind of just left these intact, and then NASDAQ does sweep the buy side. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if we ended the week off like that. Almost to it. 11 more minutes of the lunch macro. See if ES confirms that higher high like NASDAQ made. If you take a look at this volume imbalance right here, super tiny, not even a quarter tick. See how it lays a body over that. And then this volume imbalance right here, trade above it, leave a body, come back, touch it, and with this little order block here, and then trades off. So NASDAQ obviously the leader, the leader here. Man, I'm almost losing my voice here. So yeah, once again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we end the week off leaving these highs untapped on ES, but then sweeping them on NASDAQ, which is definitely what we're looking at for NASDAQ. I know I keep using this phrase, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they just, any given moment now, just ram it up into this level here. 1.5. We'll just say 1.5905 even. We'll just say that. Just look at the heavy manipulation from this week, though, especially following FOMC. Heavy manipulation. Even though there were high probability setups within this week that we caught on stream, I mean, this is almost seek and destroy like. I mean, this high is taken out, these lows are taken out, and then these highs are taken out, and then the lows are taken out, and then the high is about to be taken out. So you can almost say that it's a seek and destroy type week. I have zero idea why I'm losing my voice here, but I am. So at any given moment now, they can just slam it up into this 1.5905 level. ES doesn't look too eager to get to those highs today. Wicking off of this hourly order block here. So I might just leave that intact as like a SMT type of idea going into next week. So going into the buy side, you want to see these down close candles respected if it touches them. 11 more minutes of the lunch macro. Any given moment now, they can just slam it up there. And once we get to our levels, I'll be able to end the stream peacefully here. And go drink some water. So yeah, ES isn't having it. But I believe NASDAQ does want that high. And potentially even the volume imbalance. It's all just a matter of when. Alright, well, those chasing price higher, buying in a deep premium when they shouldn't, are being taken out swiftly right now. After we hit that hourly order block. NQ didn't quite reach that high. I wanted to see it reach that high. Man, I'm considering just keeping the stream running into the PM session and just make this my longest stream ever, because New York consolidation normally calls for a decent PM session. Not always on a Friday though, so just got to that lower 5-minute imbalance right there, and we took out the short-term low for those chasing price higher. Beautiful, expected, typical, all the above. Going into this 15-minute imbalance here. So instead of the 5-minute, I'm going to mark the 15-minute out, because the 15-minute is parent. And it's 5 minutes parent. So I like how these short-term lows were just violated. Takes out those who are impatient. Now, I would be looking at this as a potential end of the quote-unquote bull run. But we have yet to sweep this high on NASDAQ, so. And I mean, look how close we are to it. Oh shit, I hate my voice right now. Right around that 62% retracement level. Short-term lows taken out, 15 imbalance traded into, as well as the high of this old one. Could be a potential idea to then come back up into new highs. Not something I'm personally going to be risking my life funds with, but since we have yet to sweep this high on NASDAQ, I believe that's what's going to be happening here. tiny little 5-minute imbalance traded into these down close candles on NASDAQ. Six more minutes of that lunch macro. Now, this still could happen, don't get me wrong, but if that high on NASDAQ was swept, I would probably be saying right now that this lunch macro is going to be the end of the daily range here, and then we're going to seek those New York session sell stops, which, I mean, that may happen, but that's not a high probability idea since we have not reached that high on NASDAQ. Wrong, yes. I'm actually going to go over to dollar. I haven't looked at dollar in a while. So they did leave these lows intact. The original low with the real liquidity was swept. Worked into this wick. And we're tracing to that imbalance I mentioned. Now, normally past 12, I don't even really consider the dollar anymore, so that's probably going to end my analysis here on the dollar. Wouldn't be surprised if they came down and took out these lows, though. So we just took out this short-term low. I believe they're going to slam it up into this buy side now. If not, I'm wrong. So be it. There's a reason why I'm not risking my live funds. There's absolutely no way I'm getting sick right now because I haven't been sick, and I can't tell you the last time I've been sick. But anyway, I still think we're going to slam up into this buy side here. if I am sick, I think the sickness is like manifesting inside of me as we speak, because all of a sudden at the end of my live stream, my voice starts getting a little shot. My throat's a little sore, and now my head's hurting out of nowhere. So, yeah, definitely about to drink a lot of water after I end this stream here. So yeah, the end of this lunch macro, maybe wanting to seek some more sell stops from those who have been making money going higher. It just sucks that we're in that lunch macro and I can anticipate sell stops to be ran for whenever we haven't swept this high yet. So if we swept this high, it would be a high probability lunch run on sell stops, but literally that's the only reason why it's not high probability, because we didn't sweep that high yet. Because a lot of times they'll get just up to the high, quote unquote reject it, give false hope as resistance, and then just ram it back up there quick. Man, this random sickness is kicking my ass right now. Jesus. High probability or not, I'm just not taking any trades today. I don't care. But Duke, if that's your model, go right ahead. Alright, I actually do like, I just want to say that, I do like how we're priced below these short-term lows, low of the imbalance, and then we have this change of the state of delivery at these down close candles, so that to me looks good. So come on, get up there and ram it up to that buy side. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm anticipating. No sir, sick or not, I will be here live streaming. No excuses, none of that pussy shit. Nah, but really though, I'll be alright. And I believe I will be alive as well, so I don't think that'll be a concern either. Shit. Changing the state and delivery on the NASDAQ. And I very much believe we'll be coming up for these premium arrays here now. Very much so. Alright. Come on, let's get up there. I want to end the stream. Get to my levels. Come on. Faster. Yes, sir, Duke. Appreciate you looking out. I don't even know. I don't even know what they call this right now, though. I mean, I don't feel hot. My forehead isn't hot at all. I don't think so. Unless my hand's just cold. This is so random, though. I was feeling pretty good. I was feeling just fine at the beginning of the stream. Now all of a sudden I'm slowly losing my attributes here. Rum will heal you. Yeah, I think I'm about to go drink some rum right after the stream, actually. No, I'm kidding, but shit, I don't know if I can ever get into rum. I mean, it's not too bad, but I'm not really much of an alcohol drinker in the first place, but, you know, if I go out, let's say whenever I went out to Puerto Rico, of course I'm gonna drink a little bit. I mean, come on now. Come on. As long as you're not an alcoholic and as long as you're not drinking every single day and it's just like a casual, you know, eventful thing, I don't see anything wrong with it, so. So to fake SMC traders, they'll see this as like a short entry. That's not what I'm seeing right now. I mean, yeah, of course it could play out. There's a reason why I'm not risking live funds right now. But just hard to get convinced that we're going lower when we have this untapped buy side here. And it's kind of hard to convince me that they would just climb the whole way up here just to not even sweep this high or get to this volume imbalance. Which, I mean, I wouldn't be, with this price action today and it being a Friday, I wouldn't be surprised if they left that intact and then opened up on Sunday, gapped up to it, whatever. But notice how we just closed outside of this 15-minute imbalance as well. We didn't even close within it on this 15-minute candle. Beautiful. It trading back to the high of this 15-minute bounce. I can't lie, that is very enticing to long. Not gonna lie to you. This looks juicy as well on NASDAQ. Market makers, why do you gotta do this to me? Why can't you just slam up to the buy side? Why do you gotta give me a good looking entry here? Alright, yeah, so I think I'm just going to use one contract. Unless it just keeps going lower below these inefficiencies. Looks too juicy. Alright, so I'm just going to long one contract there. If it comes to the stop, that'll end my day, obviously. 3 handle stop loss. I'm okay with losing 3 handles on an already profitable week. So I guess I'll go against my word and take the long here. It just looks too good to me. We had the change in the state of delivery at these candles here. And then on a 15-minute basis, we closed above the inefficiency. So yeah, I'm okay with taking this long just because I'm able to have a 3 handle stop loss. So sorry guys, I know I said I wasn't going to trade, but this lunch macro setup is looking pretty good. And on NASDAQ, obviously it's a high probability draw, but I like trading the ES, so. But yeah, honestly, I can basically even just say this is like a break-even trade because, I mean, getting stopped out at 3 handles, I mean, that's like, I'm trading like about $60,000 right now, so, I mean, I don't even know how much that'd be. It's like, what, 50, like $150. That's really nothing, so. But yeah, the only reason why I took this long is because we closed above the inefficiency on the 15-minute time frame here. If that didn't happen, I would just let it go, not even do anything. Go to NQ. NQ consolidating with this in this imbalance. If I can even toggle it. There we go. Alright, so if I win this trade, this will be the Michael Jordan flu game. The flu game live stream. Man, got some mucus in my throat now or some shit. Whatever I'm feeling. What the hell's going on, man? This will be my flu game, though. Sell limit. Where? Okay, so 4, 6, 10. Yeah, I don't need that much, honestly, so I'm just gonna put it right about here. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the 8 handles and be done. So I listened to myself and I did not close the stream after 11 or usually if I don't see anything, I end it around like 11:15 or something like that. So I listened to myself and I waited for that lunch macro. Boom. So let me find the right color. Alright, whatever. Boom. What did the lunch macro do? Took out sell stops from those who were impatient and chasing price higher. Simple as that. And let's take this away for a second. Not only was I longing within this 15-minute imbalance, what else was I longing? This old 15-minute inefficiency, which should now act as support once we get above it. You can see we beautifully did that. So, oh. So if you're willing to put on more risk, I'm not. If you're willing to put on risk, more risk that is, this could be like a shit, why am I forgetting the word? Oh, a pyramid entry. You can add another contract there. I obviously am not doing that, but whatever suits you, man. See on NASDAQ we reused this 5-minute imbalance. Would have been preferred if we dropped down into here, but doesn't need to. So boom, this could be a pyramid into the buy side here. I would prefer this just to be left open. I have too many lines here. Take this off. So I want to see it rush through this order block here, this up close candle. And it can return to this imbalance, but I would prefer to leave that open. So see how they left these clean highs intact now? Very short, on a very short-term basis, but you can still see how we had that tiny drop down. Like how we rushed through that 5-minute imbalance. Jesus, I don't even know if I should hit the gym after that. Are you supposed to hit the gym when you're sick? Very slow moving price action here, but I'm liking everything I'm seeing within this slow moving price action. Alright, instead of just continuously flipping through, I have a pretty big phone, so I'm just going to look at NASDAQ on, I'm sure it's annoying you, me constantly flipping back and forth. Alright, so NASDAQ looking good. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, I did not think, when I sat down at the charts at 7 a.m. this morning, I did not think I was gonna be taking any long setups this morning, but you can see how you don't have to be 100% right all the time, and you can change your narrative based on what price action is giving you. So if you look at the hourly time frame, you see that immediate rebalance down to the previous 10 o'clock hourly high. See that? Very slow moving price action once again, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. If we get above this order block, stop loss automatically goes to break even. Oh, nope. Once again, it would be okay for it to return back into this imbalance and maybe return back into these wicks with no, or candles with no bodies. But other than that, I wouldn't want to see anything else in terms of downside. See how it returned to these right here. Very inefficient right there with the wicks there. Back into this imbalance. NASDAQ reusing that 5-minute order block. Alright, so now that we dipped into this imbalance and got to this imbalance, I want to see it react and then go to the sell limit from there. So I'm going to go ahead and just roll stops to break even. Because then if it hangs around too much and then drops lower, then I don't even want to be in the trade anymore anyways. So zero risk. I like whenever I put my stops to break even, it hides the the least important part of when I'm streaming here, the money, or how much money I get or lose. Which obviously here would be $0 if it goes to break even. NASDAQ just went down to that 1 hour order block, or not 1 hour, the 1 minute order block, sorry. So yeah, NASDAQ acting very odd. Obviously, it's the lunch hour, so that's always a chance of happening. But nonetheless, I still have higher targets that I'm looking for, no matter the outcome of the trade here. But if you were to take a long in NASDAQ, that's why you always allow for your stop to you always allow your stop to be below all the imbalances, because you can see NASDAQ went to the very lowest small little imbalance, as well as reuse that order block. Order blocks are always in contention to be reused. So this order block here, we got above it, wicked down into it. It could have just came back down and reused it. You never know. That's why I'm a stop below there, but obviously I didn't want to see that happen. So I didn't went to break even. So yes, zero risk. Use one contract here, and going for low hanging fruit. 461 or 4618.25, which would be approximately seven and a half handles. And obviously, there's going to be guys watching this being like, "What the fuck? 7.5 handles? I mean, that's some Mickey Mouse. Look at that Mickey Mouse shit right here." I guess we just have a different approach to trading and pulling profits out of the marketplace. $12.38. Kind of just a little bit of time distortion here. Nothing much going on. NASDAQ retracing. So, weird price action going on here, but that's the risk of trading in the lunch hour. There's always a chance that some weird stuff can happen, and it could be less precise than normal. So that would obviously be another reason why stops went to break even, because it's the lunch hour. But hey, to me the trade was looking good though. We completely closed above this 5-minute imbalance, changing the state of delivery, shift in market structure, decent entry, but sometimes it is what it is. So obviously a good chance we'll get stopped out at break even here. Digging into this 5-minute down close candle. deep retracement into that order block in NASDAQ. Alright, taking out at break even there, so essentially, technically didn't even take a trade. You guys didn't see anything. So I'll see what happens after time distortion does its thing, whatever. But to me, everything was lining up, looking good, and for higher prices. But the lunch hour, that's the risk that you take. There's always a chance it can do weird things like this. So I was able to anticipate it doing weird things like this if it got below this imbalance. So that's how I was able to lose $0. Very nice. NASDAQ. Approximately midpoint of this order block here, these two down close candles. Of course, it wants to trade a little higher now that it took my break even out, though, right? So I still think that these highs are going to be swept. It might have just came down, took my break-even stop, and then it goes up, but might lose my voice completely here in a couple minutes. Lunch ends at 1. Yeah, the market's obviously not going to top like this. These will be swept. Just a matter of when. Clearly, that's not right now. 12:45, 5 minutes until 12:50. Damn, my voice is shot. Okay. So, through the lunch hour, this is just simply time. This consolidation is just time distortion. Meaning, we're not at the optimal time of day, so it'll just consolidate. So, yeah, it's about 12:47. My voice is shot. I'm feeling weak. My head hurts. But all in all, I think it was a successful tape reading today. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And next week's trading live streaming schedule will be posted up on Sunday evening. So watch out for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys most likely Tuesday. Possibly Monday. It depends on what we do Sunday and London session on Monday. But most likely I'll see you guys Tuesday. So have a good rest of your day. Have a good weekend. All that good stuff. Catch you guys next week.